don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we shall be taking a look at the Transformers Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Blackwing. And I just happened to run across this guy at one of those Walmarts in Indiana here that you can't really get to unless you're kind of lost. So there were two of these, and I actually picked up one. So I'm going to open her up and we'll take us a look at what's going on inside. Okay, so right out of the bat, we get directions. I mean, he's basically a Combiner Wars seeker. I'm relatively certain we can figure this out. And if not, hey, we got the directions. We get one of these hand-to-feet guns that have dual thumbs on it. Two guns. Single cast, and we get the figure himself. So let's see here. We also get a collector's card for Blackwing. Why is it so dark here? We also get a collector's card for Blackwing that has big old piece of tape running down it for starters. But taking it out of the packaging, we see it's Blackwing, Quintus Blackwing. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I showed the packaging. It's your standard packaging here with product shots, and here's your bio if somebody wants to read it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Get all these little sprue pieces off and secure them so that my dog doesn't eat them, because I love her but she's stupid enough to do so. Okay. So, can he hold his weapons? There's one. And here's two. So yes, Mr. Blackwing can hold his weapons. He also has this port here for the gimmick for this line, where you can plug in and give him a big old chest, and he's got a filler piece here, so you could throw a headmaster. And of course I don't have one handy. Yeah, I do. You could throw a target master or a headmaster, or not a target master, but you know, this is designed to be able to put, you know, one of them in there. That's just wrong, but you can do that. Okay. So we'll put this back in here, however it goes, just like this, so we don't lose it. We'll take this off. I had a viewer question dealing with the Volcanicus kit from TCW. They asked if one of these hands could hold this. So yes, it can. At least the black sword, it goes in just fine. Okay. So standard hand. We see the guns. Standard guns. Let's take us a look at the figure properly. Alright, so right off the bat, we see he has a very, very interesting head sculpt. I don't recall ever seeing one quite like this before, and I have to tell you, I do like it quite a bit. We have a silver tampograph Decepticon symbol right here. I like that too. I really do. He's got some little indentions right here for his head. The head, holy crap, you talk about being able to look up. He can't really go down, but he can go all the way around, and you can see, you can see the cut for the ball joint right here as he goes all the way around. Let me zoom out just a tinge. Here we go. Okay. We've got purple right here, and this is not Galvatron purple. I don't really have a purple to compare this to. It's a different color of purple. It's weird. I don't dislike it, but it's just an odd color. At least on my viewfinder, it's coming off sort of bluish, and believe me, it's not blue. We have teal right here, greenish teal. I think that's teal. Gray plastic, blue plastic, standard articulation. I mean, he can do the whee thing just like everybody else can. He would be able to do a full 360. However, the wings will get in the way, so if you don't mind moving the wings out of the way, you can do that. Over 90 degree of elbow bend. The wrist is a fixed piece, and it is painted because you can see the blue inside of it. How about that? We have some really pretty silver right here. We have a waist swivel, which is just below the figure itself. The hips are T-jointed ball joints, but because of the cut, that's as far out as you're going to get. He's not going to be able to do the Chinese. Will he be able to do the American? Oh, hell yeah. He can do the American splits with no problem. You get your thigh swivel built into this mushroom peg right here. I mean, you can 360 it. The knee bend is just shy of 90. It is a little shy. Let's see here. Feet are a fixed piece. So, this is what the figure looks like in the front. This is the side. This is the back. Alright, let's see here. We've covered articulation. We've covered the look of the figure. I think it's time for us to do scale. And here we go. I heard somewhere that these guys combine. It seems like I saw a video where somebody did that, where these two combine, and it looked pretty crappy, I thought. So, yeah, but I really like the differences in the standard Seeker mold with these guys. What was that you were talking about combining? These guys are combiners. So, I mean, if you notice, it's got the combiner port right there, and it's just a standard Hasbro Combiner Wars figure. It's a really cool Combiner Wars figure, but I mean, this is effectively a Combiner Wars figure. I don't care, as long as it's not a Dinobot. Well, you know, we will eventually have some more Dinobots coming. I'm getting the hell out of here. Wow, that was the easiest we've ever gotten Nemesis off the screen. I heard that. I can always stay around, you know. Ah! What are you going to do, folks? Sometimes you got to beat them into submission. I heard that. So I think the next thing we need to do is transform this fella right here. So before we transform Blackwing here, I just need to give you the size of him. He comes in at 5 5.5 to the top of the head. To the top of the wing, it's almost 6. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at 2 3/4 approximately. Depth wise, I'd say he's 2 3/4 to here from here. Okay. So I did transform this guy off camera. I'm going to show you what he looks like and how to transform him. I've gone ahead and added the weapons to these holes right here. It makes your life so much easier to just go ahead and have those there. He's your typical standard Combiner Wars figure with the legs. He does do something neat with his head. There is a notch right here, if you all could see it, and it fits over this little slot. There's a slot with a notch right here, and that helps keep his head in place. It's really neat. The backpack locks in right here on these 2 clips. So one of the first things you end up doing is pulling this apart, putting this in line, and then moving the head up so that it kind of fits in this little groove right here, this cavity. Then you bring this back together and you lock it in place with these 2 pins right here. You can move your wings out a little bit and go ahead and move your arms up just to give you clearance. Go ahead, open this up, and we call it Combiner Warring. Combiner Wars your legs with this piece being straight, otherwise it won't work right. I kept trying to bend it so that it would fit in there better, and no, just keep it straight and fold it into place, just like this right here. Rotate your waist so everything lines up. These pieces are a softer plastic, and as you can see, they're warped, so just be mindful of that. Also, these flaps right here, I think they're supposed to be meant to be put up in transformed robot mode. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So just be mindful of that. These shoulders, rotate them down. You have a notch right here, which will go into this pin right here, or however that's supposed to go. The pin into the notch into the pin, whatever. Let's see here. You just got to get it in there. There we go. Okay. Do this on the other side. And notch pin. And I think I got it done. We can move that down if you want, but I think it's meant to stay forward. And this is meant to plug in right here. So plug in. There we go. Just like that. Tommy boy, what are you doing wrong? There we go. You just got to adjust it right. Alright. Also, if you don't want the head exposed, you can always rotate it. I think the directions actually call for you to rotate it, but that would actually be better to have it rotated. The wings have this notch right here, and you can sort of put it in a spot or two, but it doesn't really, I don't see a corresponding slot for it to just go into. It's possible I have the arms backwards, I don't know, but that's all you have to do to transform this guy. You can throw this thing on here if you really feel the need. Yeah, okay. Let me see here. In this mode, he's measuring in at 5 3/4 to the tip. Wings extended all the way this way, although why you'd have them that way I don't know. It's almost 7 inches, the way they're supposed to be, pretty much. Even with a little play, you're looking at maybe 5.5 height wise. I'd say you're looking at approximately 2 inches thereabouts. Alright, so I did some research and I wanted to see exactly what this guy looked like combined with Dreadwing. So what we do is we pull this off and up, bringing the head with us. We bring this out, and then we kind of fold this back on itself, latching it back into place and bringing the head kind of back. And this is what connects to Dreadwing. And this little combiner port thing here connects to his combiner port, and all you do is line those two up, and this is meant to represent that thing in that show. Crap, I can't remember. It wasn't Victory, it was the wasn't the Headmasters, it was the one in between. Maybe it was Victory, I don't know. Combined, this thing's coming in at just shy of 9 inches from tip to tip. It's going to be the same width, height-wise, 2.5. Okay, so say goodbye to Dreadwind. Additionally, let's see here, aside from, hang on a minute, let's put him in combine mode, shall we? I think that'd be a good thing to do right now. Let's see, how do we, yep, we can get the combiner port out, swing that around, and here it is in leg mode, pretty much effectively. Leg mode. It can, what do I do with the thing? Here it is. It can take, well, I don't have a foot, do I? What do I do with all the feet? Stand by. So I grabbed a foot off of Alita 1, and all you do, bam, he's a foot. Okay. For arm mode, let's see here. Rotate the combiner port around, open up the legs, and bring them down, just as you would expect to do here. This is not rocket science at this point, folks. This technology has been around now for, oh gosh, a couple of years. I remember when it was new and fresh. Boy, I'm showing my age here, aren't I? I'm sure it'll be alright, Tom. Reconnect right here at these pegs and ports, just as you would expect it to. There we go. Bring up your wings here. The arms, you can do whatever you need to get the arms in the position that they need to be. How about that? That looks decent. Alright, and we're going to make him a right left arm. Add the combiner port and give him a thumb, and here he is as an arm. I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty standard. We've seen this ungodly amounts of times. So, yeah, that's basically, what's this guy's name? Blackwing. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to him. But then again, to be fair, was there ever a whole lot to any of these Combiner Wars figures? And remember, this is Power of the Prime, so it's not technically Combiner Wars, but, you know, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, chances are you've got a duck. So, yeah. Just like that. That fast. You can change it. Final thoughts wise, I like this thing. It is absolutely a Combiner Wars figure. There is no doubt whatsoever, but I know it's Power of the Primes line, but this is a Combiner Wars figure. I would really like to see this guy as a Masterpiece Seeker Jet. I can't remember, I think it was John Geringer mentioned the fact that he would like to have the second generation stuff of Seekers. I'd be all in on those. I would love to get you know, a Dreadwind and a Blackwing and, you know, you name it, as far as the Seekers go. Who was it? Trigger Happy, and there's 5 of them. There's effectively 5 new Seekers that they created. Love to have them. This figure is fine. It's okay. It's most definitively a $16 figure. but it's got a lot of paint on it, and it's got some new little engineering to it, and it just looks better than some of the older Combiner Wars figures that I've had. So, yeah, I kind of like it. You know, I like seeing Optimus like this. You need to do more Decepticons so we can do this more. You're just frustrated, Nemesis, at the fact that usually you're the one on the bottom. I got nothing. Well, get nothing out of here. I'm always watching, you know. Get out! Ah! Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.